This is a sign that you can't come into Premier League by beginning to hype yourself when you have not even started the job. Because you think coaching in a Portuguese league with Sporting CP, winning a Portuguese league with Sporting CP doesn't mean that you have arrived at that level of a top coach. You are not. Before you can count yourself as a top coach is when you played in the Premier League or La Liga, Serie A, those three league, slightly Bundesliga. That is when you count yourself among the best manager in the world. Yes, that is just the truth. You can't come out of a Portuguese league to Manchester United and started hyping yourself with only one pattern of play that you have. No matter what, you don't want to change pattern. The player that you have are not adapting to this pattern, so you need to change. I always use this as an example. Look at Chelsea. 2016-2017, when they won the league under Antonio Conte, what happened? The first match, I believe Chelsea won. The second match, they draw. The third match, they lose to Arsenal 3-0. What happened after they lost to Arsenal 3-0? Antonio Conte switch. He now knew that this 4-3-3 is not going to favor him that season. So he switched from 4-3-3 to 5-3-2. And he played almost 13 matches winning streaks. Almost 13 matches winning streaks. At the end of the season, he won the league. That is a coach that take discipline and I want to win. Okay. Amorim now, as a coach, you came into a team. You have played 29 matches and you only generated 28 points. As a coach of Manchester United, not as a coach of West Ham United, not at Burnley, not at Aston Villa and Newcastle are big. Not Sunderland, not Leicester, not Southampton. As a coach of Manchester United, 29 game, 28 points. It's a sackable offense. Manchester United are even tired. The Manchester United board are already tired. They don't know what to do again. That's why they leave. They abandon the market. They don't know what to do again. They have been sacking, and they are not employing or appointing the right one. They sack and go back to the drawing board to employ what they want. They want to employ a manager. You say Amorim must come now or you should forget about it. Okay, Amorim has come. You as a manager that want to win, you came into a football team half of a season. You as a manager that want to win, you came into a football club half of a season, and you already pointed at a player that this one is the problem of the team, this one he doesn't want this one he doesn't want that. Okay, all the players now have left the team for you as a manager, and the board supported your idea. Okay, they say they supported you just because they need the result. They want Manchester United to return back to where they were before. That's why they supported you. Not as if they supported you that those players that you pointed at, that you pointed are giving them a name that they are the bad eggs among the team. But they supported you because they want result. Then okay. For example, now they say okay, let work according to his instruction. Maybe he's doing the right thing. Maybe he knows what he's doing. For example, now Jose Sancho were having an issue before you came. You as a coach that want to win, when you came back, what are you supposed to do? You call him back, tested him and see. That aside, Marco Rashford, after 2 or 3 games, you banish him from the first from your team entirely. You you give him that name that he's a bad ex that doesn't train well, that doesn't do this, that doesn't. Now the board supported you. You loan him last season. This season now you are loaned him to Barcelona with option to be sold permanently. Anthony have left. Hodgson now is about to leave on your request. You pointed at all those players that you don't want them in your team. All of them are left. All those players now have left the team. You pointed at them that you don't need them in your team. All of them now have left. You brought in Koha, Mboma, Sesko, but the result is still the same. For Manchester United as a football club and as a board, the director and everybody, the CEO at Manchester United, after giving this man this opportunity to rearrange his team, then the new season started and the result is still going the same way it was last season. What are people supposed to do? That man should have been fired before now. There's no time. If you like, give am more from now till 2030, that is from now till the next 5 years, Manchester United will remain Manchester United. The position that they are, they will never come out of it. They can only, Manchester United, other Amorim can only come out of that position that they are today if the man decide to switch the formation that he's playing. You have the player for, you have the player Manchester United have at their disposal now is a player for 4-3-3 formation. You need that midfield. You need that extra midfield. You need that extra wing and the striker to give your team that balance. Every match you want to play 5-3-2, 5-3-2, which is not working. So you are the coach. Can't you sit yourself down, talk to yourself, look for another alternative, check if that alternative is going to work, if that formation is going to work for you? You say no. You want to work according to your instincts, according to what your mind is telling you to do every match. You are lucky that you are not at Chelsea. Forget that they hire you in the middle of the season. They will fire you before that season ending. Because you inherited a team that was in the 12th position and you took them from 12th position to 15th position. What is the record? You played 27 matches last season. I beat 28 matches, 27 matches last season to gain 27 points, which is a disaster. 40 goals conceded, 30 goals scored, which is a disaster as a Manchester United. But the board are not doing anything about it. When this coach come, point at this, okay, this one is a problem. Eritaha came, chase Ronaldo, chase Sancho, chase Maximilian, chase this one. They are the problem of the team. They agree with him. He left. Amorim now have chased almost all the players. They are the problem of the team. They agree with him. Manchester United remain where they are. They are not progressing. Why? Because their problem is not even from the player, neither the coach, but their Manchester United player is coming from the board. Yes, it's coming from the board.